If you're using Facebook ads to get clients, I want to share with you 3 optimization tips that will increase your profit without increasing your ad spend. If you're ready to take your ads to the next level, you want to watch this video. Hi, my name is Adrienne Richardson, and I help online business owners get more leads and sales using Facebook ads. I'm the owner of Power Play Media and have been doing Facebook ads for over 8 years, and I'm responsible for running ads of some of the biggest names you see online today. Now, let's jump into those 3 tips that I want to share with you. Optimization tip number 1 is to increase your click-through rate. As you know, if you've been running Facebook ads, your click-through rate plays a huge role in the success of your ads. Your click-through rate is the percentage of people who saw the ad and actually clicked on it. And Facebook rewards you by having a higher click-through rate because that sends the message to Facebook that you're actually putting content out that people are interested in and they're engaging with and it's relevant. And so the best way to increase your return is by increasing your click-through rate, because Facebook will reward you for that higher click-through rate by charging you less per click. So if you're looking for ways to lower your cost per click, you're gonna wanna look at your click-through rate. Facebook considers a click-through rate of 1% or higher to be good. So we're shooting for that bare minimum of 1%. When you hit the 1% click-through rate, you will start to see your cost per click come down. And the higher you go over the 1%, the better. Okay, so I don't want you to just shoot for 1%. I want you to shoot for higher than that because that's gonna bring your cost per click down lower and lower. There's 3 things that you can do to increase your click-through rate. The first thing is who you're showing your ads to. If you're not showing your ads to the right audience, then they're not really going to be clicking on it because they're not going to be interested in what it is that you have to say. And so you want to make sure that your targeting is spot on, that you're showing your ad to the people who are interested in what you've got. The second way that you can improve your click-through rate is by the copy in the ad itself. If they're not interested in what you have to say, if your copy isn't intriguing and make them want to click, then they're not going to click, and then your click-through rate is going to drop. So the key with copy is that it must be intriguing and compelling enough to make them want to click and see what's next, right? Because the purpose of the ad is to get the click. A lot of people think that the ad needs to do the selling or the ad needs to do the convincing. The ad needs to get the click. So make sure that your copy is specific, compelling, and intriguing, and kind of even creates a sense of like FOMO to them that makes them be like, oh my gosh, if I don't click on this, what's gonna happen? What am I gonna miss out on, right? And it makes them want to click. So look at your copy and make sure that you've done that. The third thing is the image in your ad. The image that you use in your ad has one purpose also, and that's to stop the scroll. They're never gonna read your ad and they're never gonna click on your ad if they don't stop scrolling. The image itself is what's gonna get people to stop scrolling and read that copy. So you wanna make sure that you choose images that are bright and colorful and attention grabbing and make people go, what's that? And stop scrolling, right? So that they finally read that copy and they finally click. And so if you have a low click-through rate, sometimes you're showing your ad to the right people, your copy is compelling, but if your images aren't actually stopping the scroll and again, getting them to click, then you could see a low click-through rate. So I'd recommend that if you have a click-through rate less than 1%, you first start with looking at your targeting and see if there's a way you can improve it and make it more specific and get it in front of the right people, that you look at your copy and make sure that it's compelling and creating a sense of FOMO that makes them want to click and see what's next, and that your images are attention grabbing and make people want to stop scrolling. All right, so that's optimization tip number 1. Optimization number 2 is to lower your cost per action. And what I mean by that is whatever action you're trying to get people to take. Do you want them to opt in for a lead magnet? Are you trying to get them to purchase a low ticket offer? Are you trying to get them to sign up for your live webinar? Whatever that action is that you want them to take, if you can get that action at a cheaper price, then that will increase your profitability, right? Well, believe it or not, your funnel has the biggest impact on lowering your cost per action. A lot of people expect the Facebook ad itself to lower the cost per action, and that's true, right? If you increase your click-through rate, you lower your cost per click. That is gonna help you lower your cost per action, But even if you had all of that perfect, but you run them into a funnel that doesn't convert them, then you're gonna see a really high cost per action. And so the two have to work together. The Facebook ads have to work together with the funnel. And when the two of them are optimized properly, you're gonna see amazing results and the lowest cost per action that you can. And so I wanna give you just some benchmarks that you should be shooting for when you're running traffic. And so if you're running traffic to a lead magnet, right, some freebie where people are gonna opt in, give you their email address, you wanna shoot for a minimum of 25% conversion rate on that page. So what I mean by that is, let's say 100 people click on your ad, then you wanna see that at least 25 of those people opted in for your free lead magnet. That would be a 25% conversion rate. If you have lower than a 25% conversion rate, then it's likely that you're either sending the wrong people to that page, would be a targeting problem like we talked about in number 1, or the copy on the page is not really, again, compelling or intriguing and making people be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to give you my email address so I can get this thing, right? So if you see a less than 25% conversion rate on your registration page for that free lead magnet, then you know that that's where you need to focus your attention on improving the funnel, and that will bring your cost per action down. Let's say that you're running ads to an SLO, or what we call a low ticket offer, right? If you're running ads to a low ticket offer, let's say of something that's $47 or less, a good conversion rate on that sales page is about 3 to 5%. That's kind of the minimum that we want to shoot for. If you're seeing any less than 3 to 5%, the chances of you actually making a profit on that funnel will drastically decrease. And so if you're seeing that your sales page is converting at less than 3 to 5%, no matter how good of a job you do with your ads, if that sales page doesn't convert, you're gonna be paying way too much to acquire a customer, right? So take a look at your numbers. Of all the people who click your ad, what percentage of them are buying? And if it's below 3 to 5%, honestly, I'd really like to see you more at like 4 or 5% or higher. But if it's below 5%-ish, you definitely want to look at improving that sales page. It could also be a targeting problem because if you're sending the wrong people to that sales page, it will increase your cost to acquire a customer. But a lot of times it's the sales page itself that's not converting them. And so take a look at that sales page and see if you can get the conversion rate up. Now, the other thing is, let's say you're running ads to a live webinar. Same thing, your minimum conversion rate on that page should be about 25%, maybe even higher. So if you're sending traffic to a page to register for your live webinar and you're not seeing 25, 30 people or more sign up for every 100 people who click on your ad, then again, that page is not compelling enough. You're not convincing these people that they need to give up an hour of their life to come attend your webinar, and you need to do some work on the copy on that page. Like I said, optimization number 2 is that you need to lower your CPA or lower your cost per action, and the way that you do that is by improving the conversion rate on the page you're driving traffic to. So optimization tip number 3 is to eliminate what's not working. Now, you probably are like, duh, of course I'm eliminating what's not working. I'm doing that all the time. But you'd be surprised how many people actually don't track the data on their ads as closely as they should. And if they are tracking the data, they're really tracking vanity metrics that don't matter at all. So you need to make sure that you're tracking everything in your funnel, all the way from the click to the action you want them to take. And so we're talking about amount spent, CPC, CTR, what's the percentage of people who are opting in or buying or whatever it is that you're driving traffic to. You want to make sure that you're tracking all of those things for every single ad set and every ad that you're running. And then you're going to use that information based on what we just talked about of what are some metrics that you're looking for. And then you're going to go through each ad set and determine, are you meeting that criteria? Are you meeting those metrics? If you are, great, keep them turned on. You might want to scale them. If you're not meeting those metrics, then you really want to look at those specific areas where you're not meeting those metrics and turn those ads off, right? And then you keep testing. So the key to increasing your profit and decreasing your waste is by improving the overall performance of the entire campaign. And we do that through number 1, optimizing and bringing the click-through rate up as high as possible. Number 2, lowering your cost per action as much as possible. And number 3, eliminating things that don't work. And again, I know that it probably seems like a no-brainer to eliminate what's not working, but most people don't know how to measure what's not working. So I shared with you some numbers today of how you can measure what's working and what's not. Then you need to go in and you need to evaluate at the ad set level and the ad level, get rid of anything that's not meeting key metrics and keep the things that are, and continue to test till you hit the numbers that you're trying to reach. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed these optimization tips. Give me a like below if you did, and don't forget to subscribe and share. I'll see you guys next time.